We are discussing burnout today. This is particularly an important topic if you've ever had the question of, am I burning the candle at all three ends? Which was my statement.
Does it have three ends? Yes, sometimes it does. It could. It could have more than three.
Yeah. You don't want to break the candle to burn some more ends. Are you on the road for burnout, or are you potentially there now? That's what we're discussing. And we have some really key questions to help you to identify and really introspect to see, okay, am I experiencing some of these effects? And if so, what is it doing to me? Hello and welcome everyone. Welcome to the Richmond Wellness Studio. Aubrey Eicher here and the amazing Lisa Hazelgrove.
Hello.
Lisa Healthy. We are discussing burnout today. Am I experiencing some of these effects? And if so, what is it doing to me? How is it affecting me in my life, in my body, in my emotions, in my mind, in my work, my productivity?
Yep.
All of that stuff, my relationships, all of the above. So join us.
Yes, for a provocative look at someone who's already experienced burnout and what happened, and recovery is attainable.
Yeah.
But you really have to make some lifestyle choices and change a lot of habits, even things that I'm doing now, just changing up protocols and learning, what's working, what's not working. So it is a great experience for me because I am now, I think, a better practitioner in helping people.
Yeah.
That are on that road. And we even had that discussion, is it possible to detour off that road if you're headed down that road for burnout? And I think it's very difficult. Nowadays, you've just got, especially for women, and we wear so many hats. It's hard, and I'm telling you, preaching to the choir. If you're, a woman out there, and you've got kids, and maybe you've got aging parents, so you're in that sandwich generation, like I was a few years ago, and there is no time for yourself. And it's like I kept singing, I'm going to take time, I'm going to take time, I'm going to take time. And by the end of the day, the time was gone.
Right.
And it was, it was difficult. And even for someone your age, I don't know.
Yeah.
But I would think it would be hard. You've got a business to run.
Right.
Yeah, and you've got a new little baby.
Right.
Four legs, but she has a new little baby. So how is that, impacting your life as well?
Yeah, it's huge. It's huge. I have gained an entirely new appreciation for moms and dog owners too. Like I, as an adult, I'd only ever had cats.
Oh, okay.
And they're quite low maintenance compared to my little furry love. And
he's biting on everything, which is too cute.
Yes.
But not funny sometimes.
Right. Well, he was biting on my bicycle chain earlier.
I saw that post.
He got
and I saw
grease. I'm like, I know I need to clean it. Thank you. Like,
well, and I saw the green kind of hanging down.
And then the plant that
from
he
the
was
plants
eating on top
from
of
he
it.
was eating. Yes. But we've come up with some questions.
Yeah.
To ask yourself. So taking stock. And that's so important that you stop for a minute. And if you're not being quiet for just a few minutes, you need to be. And meditation is huge. You don't need a course in how to meditate. But if you need some help with that, we can both help you with that. But taking time to take stock of where you are and just slow down. And just, let those thoughts go for just a few minutes so that you can recoup and get back. But you need that to listen to that internal guidance system you have inside, and that's what it's there for.
Yeah, that's important.
It is. So, do you want to go first?
Sure.
Okay.
All right. So, question number 1 that we have is, how do you feel when you first wake up in the morning? Here's a couple of answers for you. Number 1, I'm ready to jump out of bed and eat breakfast.
All right.
Food. I'm just kidding.
Yes,
but ready to jump out of bed, ready to go.
Carpe diem.
Yes. All of the DMs.
All the DMs.
All of the DM days. That's what I was going to say the other day. But I was like, but it was day. I was like, my Latin.
Yeah, Latin was off.
Number 2, I lie there exhausted,
Yes.
unable to move.
Yes. Been there. I understand. Yes.
I've been there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Number 3, I wonder to myself if I can make it through the day.
Yes. I've asked that question a few times as well. Yeah.
Number 4, I have intention to start with positive acknowledgement of what I do have. So positive mindset
Yes.
for the day.
Yeah. Okay. Number 2. How do you feel about your performance at work or as a stay-at-home parent? 1, I feel like I'm just not on top of it anymore. 2, I find myself comparing myself to others and how those others always seem to be doing a much better job than me. Are they? Or does it just seem that way? Is it just on Facebook?
Right.
There's another life on Facebook, right?
I heard a very good explanation of that before, like a maxim, I guess, if you would call it.
Yes.
Don't compare your rough copy to somebody else's demo reel.
Yes.
You know,
I like
they're
that.
putting the best stuff out there.
Exactly.
And it's pristine and it's cute and it's pretty. It's like, oh my God, they have such a pretty life.
And it's a little
they're
cleaned
so
up.
Great.
Yeah, it's a little cleaned up. Yeah.
For many.
Oh, all right.
But yes.
Yes. I'm happy with how I'm doing. I mess up every now and then, but I'm human. That's okay. I like how I'm handling even tough situations. I'm making effective decisions and feeling happy with the outcome or resolution.
Number 3. When you're out for a walk, or I'll say even a run.
I was going to ask you if you want to
Right,
go ahead and say
right,
that.
right,
Yes.
right,
Yep.
right.
Or a run.
Because I was reading this one earlier and I was like, ooh,
Yes.
where am I at on the spectrum?
I know, right? Ooh.
When you're out for a walk, where does your mind go? Number 1, I get lost in daydreams about all the things I need to do. That's real. I've done that.
To-do list.
Yeah.
Check.
Yeah.
Check.
Yeah.
Check.
All right, what am I doing today? Run through the schedule, blah, blah, blah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Number 2, I'm pretty drained. I have to order myself to keep moving and to not quit. I understand that one.
Yes.
Number 3, I'm just happy to be outside and to enjoy nature. And number 4, I don't have time for walks anymore.
And I've heard that. I actually had a client tell me, I don't have time to go for a walk. Yeah, that was pretty powerful.
That's a hard one.
It is a hard one. And 4, what did you do last weekend? I spent time with family or friends, did errands, shopping, straightened up the house. I felt really busy. I worked from Friday to Sunday. Weekend. Yeah, means to get away. I took off at least one full day without doing either housework or work. I went to a party or other special event. I stared at the walls, watched TV, and hardly left the house. Oops. We've never done that, right? Never done that.
I did something cool last weekend.
I know. She did something way cool last weekend. Yes, you did.
I did a special event.
Yes, you did.
Number 5, how is your physical health? Number 1, I'm tired all the time. I trudge through every minute. Number 2, I have a lot of aches and pains, colds, minor infections, or stomach upsets. How often are you experiencing these things? Number 3, I'm in great shape. I exercise a few times a week, and I rarely get sick. And number 4, I feel okay, but I know I need to work out more frequently and get more sleep.
An important one. Okay. Number 6, when you think about the life of your dreams, how close does your current life come? I'm not doing what I want to do. Sometimes I think, is this really my life? I don't know exactly how it happened, but I'm doing the things I love. Who thinks about that stuff? My life is what it is, and I can't do much to change it. I've had some detours, but I'm generally on the right track.
Yeah. I see like, negative mindset in there, and I see positive mindset in there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Number 7, what do you do to relax at night? Number 1, I have several.
Several.
Okay, just checking. Several glasses of wine. Take a pain pill, or take a pain pill.
Or please don't do both.
And flop on the sofa. Number 2, I work out, read a novel, listen to music, or just hang out with my friends and family. Number 3, I try to relax, but it just doesn't work. And number 4, I zone out, watch TV or surf the web. I'd say social media, that kind of thing too, so that I don't have to think.
Yeah, think. Okay, number 8, right before you fall asleep, what are you usually thinking about? What I did and didn't do today, and what I have to do tomorrow. How tired and overwhelmed I feel. What went right today, what I'm grateful for, what I'd like to try to do tomorrow or in the future. Everything from money issues to problems in my relationships.
We were having that discussion about those people who cannot seem to turn their brain off at night whenever they're trying to go to sleep.
And it doesn't turn off. It works harder at night than it does during the day. People don't realize that. So there's some things that we can make suggestions on how to, I guess, calm down that brain, or to not add to the dopamine or that high. Maybe something very sugary at night probably is not the best thing in the world, because it really is a dopamine high.
Right.
And it's going to be, unfortunately, coming down. It's going to be a crash.
Yeah.
Which is not fun.
Yeah.
But we also talked about how we've noticed that the spark is not there anymore for some people.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna pick on women, or I'm gonna choose women, I should say, because I really feel that we have this superwoman complex, that we feel that we
must do everything.
We must do everything.
And well.
And we
and
must,
perfectly.
And perfectly, and must do it well. But these are the people that have burned out. They're emotionally, physically exhausted and cynical, wondering if they've got what it really takes to make it in this rapidly changing world. And burnout looks a lot like depression. It's not I love this, it's not a biological boogeyman that medicine or simple stress management can cure. It's a disorder of hope. We've lost hope, and it sucks the life right out of us, of those idealistic, hardworking people like you and me. And it's an ongoing challenge for us to take that power back once that power is gone.
Now, when you say hope of what?
For me, it was hope really of everything. Because I say 15 years ago, I lost hope. I lost hope in myself. I lost hope that I would be able to manage life again.
Yeah.
That I would be able to smile again. And that was what my kids asked me, and that's what really hit me upside the face hard. They said, when are you going to smile again? And I thought, oh, is it that noticeable? Really? I didn't realize that they didn't notice that I was sad. So really, it was hope in every aspect of living.
Yeah.
Hope that the pain would be gone. Hope that I could sleep at night. That I could wake up the next day and feel refreshed and not roll out of bed or lie there in the pain going, how am I going to make it through the day? So it was hope in every aspect of my life. It was gone.
Yeah.
It was gone.
Yeah.
And trying to recover that hope and get it back. And I've witnessed some of the saddest bright lights going out, and one of them was my own. It got dimmer and dimmer, and eventually it just burned out. High octane women, go, 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 go. And everybody used to call me the Energizer Bunny.
Right.
And that was me. And all of a sudden, Lisa was gone. The adrenals went first, and then the liver started to act up, and then the thyroid went off the reservation.
Right. I'm not laughing, but
right. And I can laugh now.
Right.
But I thought, holy cow.
Yeah.
What in the world
just
happened? And I did a double take thinking, Lisa, here you are supposed to be helping other people. Lisa Healthy, where'd you go?
Right.
And how do I get her back?
Yeah.
It was a slow crawl out of a well. And someone asked me to explain that one time. I felt as though I was in a deep well at the very, very bottom. And I was climbing my way back out again. Mm-hmm. That's what it felt like.
I think, too, to backtrack just a little bit, that it's one of those things that we don't kind of realize as it's building.
No.
There's an example I like to use in terms of stress, that if you've ever cooked crabs, live crabs.
Mm-hmm.
Have you done that?
I have.
All right.
I know
so
where
you're
going.
Live crabs.
I know where you're going.
And you cannot throw these suckers into a boiling pot of water.
Because guess what they do?
Jump right back out.
They climb right back out.
They're smart. But so, you put them in kind of like bath water. Hey, they're used to this. Hey, grab a little drink on the side or whatever.
Right. Give them a little wine.
They're hanging out. And you slowly turn up the temperature so that they don't notice it. Mm-hmm. And I think that that's something that happens with us too.
It does.
Where it just slowly, maybe it's not this catastrophic event where we're like, oh my God, massive stress overload, massive burnout, that kind of a thing. But it's this slow turning up of the heat that,
it was.
Burnout, quote unquote, is a good term to use for that.
Yeah, I can't tell you when the adrenals blew. I can't tell you when that happened.
Yeah.
Because it was a slow process. And then when it hit the thyroid, that's when I noticed, whoa, something's really wrong here, because that controls your heart. My heart was beating out of my chest, and I was actually an AFib. So my heart was skipping beats.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a slow process. It was a slow crawl, and it was a slow crawl coming back too. But it is possible. It's doable. Mm-hmm. And we have resources to get ourselves back on track.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what would you recommend? Somebody says, okay, great. What are those?
Yeah, I know. Right?
So what are those? Do
Yeah.
If I'm recognizing I'm answering these questions in a certain way where, oh gosh, a couple of these things are kind of hinging at least on the edge of out of control.
Yeah.
And I'm at least getting a yellow warning light.
Yes. You see
what do I do?
What do I do? And I love that take inventory or stock of where you are. And I would stop and just go, wait a minute. All of a sudden, I felt that twinge of, things are kind of coming at me pretty fast right now. Mm-hmm. Boom, 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 boom. I know I've been here before, so I need to take stock of where I'm at. And I have an internal guidance system. Feelings. How does that make you feel? Okay. Mm-hmm. Not so good. Okay. Back up. Let's take inventory right now. What's going on? What has to be done? What does not have to be done right now?
Yeah.
What can I farm out or pass that on to someone else to handle?
Delegation.
We're going to start the little song, right? Delegation time. Come on.
Right. Yes.
And
that was good.
Make it fun.
Time in, y'all.
Make it fun, because I'll tell you, I was trying to meditate this morning on my deck, and usually I get kind of a little annoyed when the neighbor's out there and he's got the blower and he's blowing things off the deck. I was laughing this morning and just, enjoying life, because it's like a roller coaster, isn't it? And, you're going up and you're going up and you're so excited. And then you're going down and you're screaming and you're so excited, but yet you're scared. But that's life. It's up and down and up and down.
Totally.
So I had to just laugh on how funny it was that I'm trying to meditate on my deck, and that was not doable. And he's got there, they're blowing all this stuff off his deck. But say no. No. think about, this for me is your throat chakra, by the way, my thyroid.
Yeah.
And when I was doing emotion code and asking questions about emotions that I had, one of the signals that I got from my subconscious memory was, you have no voice. And I went, what? What is that? You don't speak up, you don't speak out, and you don't say no. So I've learned to take
That is big.
that into the equation, and I'm doing this and this. And by the way, I'm only doing 2 things right now, but you know what? My plate's full. Well, there are only 2 things on it, Lisa. I know, but it's full.
Don't worry, they expand.
They expand and they grow, and you add water and they really expand.
Right. It's like one of
So
those. Yeah.
I just say, no, I'm so sorry. And you know what? I don't have to explain myself as to why I just said no. How many
We must not
times
please everybody.
do we feel that we have to explain ourselves?
Yeah.
Don't give a
I've been
rip.
there. Yep.
Don't give a rip.
Yep.
Don't tell them why. They don't need to know why. No. I'm sorry. You can follow it with I'm sorry. I just can't really right now. Can't help you.
At the end of the day, like, we are first and foremost responsible for ourselves, and if we don't manage ourselves, then we will not have anything from ourselves to give.
No, there's nothing. I had nothing left to give when this thyroid went up. See ya.
Yeah.
I'm checking out. My body checked out. So I had nothing to give at that point. Housework, that was a joke. Getting up and getting dressed, that was, half my day. So, no, I can't help you.
Yeah.
And we talked about delegate.
Yeah.
As many things as possible. And do not sit there and say, well, I would do it that way.
Right. Right. If you want it done, just get it done.
Just get it done.
Get it done. Yes.
Yeah. This control we think we have no control.
Right. There's that
anything.
saying of like, if you want it done right, you got to do it yourself or something like that. And it's such bull.
It is. It really is. And it really does. At the end of the day, doesn't matter. I'm still breathing. So I feel like I've accomplished a lot that I'm still breathing at the end of the day. And something you do, you can tell us about powering down.
Yes. So this is really important too, is taking, well, 2 things. I'll back up a little bit.
Yes.
One thing that we didn't talk about
Yes.
earlier
Right.
is not only having a bedtime,
No.
but a sleep time.
Sleep time.
So I have a bedtime and a sleep time. If I need to be asleep by, I get up crazy early in the morning. I get up at 4 consistently, 5 on the weekends. If I'm getting up at that time, I really, at the very latest, I'm stretching myself. I need to be asleep by 10. And that's still fringing 6 hours.
Yeah.
And I know you would tell me, like, Aubrey, that's not quite enough. Better than 5.
It's better than 5.
Better than 5.
Yep.
But so that means that I need to be in bed. If I need to be asleep at 10, I need to be in bed at 9:30.
Yes.
Without technology.
Yep.
Without social media.
Yep.
Without looking at my calendar for tomorrow. Like, all of those things need to be done.
Nope.
I need to turn it off and just relax, chill, do nothing. What a strange concept.
Oh, it is. But and all my students look at me and go, an hour before I go to bed, I need to turn everything off. And I said, well, eventually, yes, but we're not going to start there. Baby steps. I get it. But yes, eventually an hour before you go to bed, everything
turning off,
shut
all
down.
of the technology 1 hour before. So that's even before that 30-minute window of, before my bedtime, 30 minutes before, no technology. And even I have the iPhone, and then there's an app for Android as well that turns the blue light into red. So you're not receiving that blue light that keeps you hyped up and awake.
And actually stops the melatonin.
Yeah.
Turns it off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So mine turns on at 7:45 in the evening.
Whenever it's dusk, that's when mine turns on as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have the app on my phone and also on my computer. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. I need to.
You can get it on your computer as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
We can give you that link to that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's huge.
It is huge. And take breaks.
Yeah.
Breaks to replenish.
Mm-hmm. How so? Like within what context?
Well, it's really interesting. It was a book, and I think it was called The 20-Minute Break.
Mm-hmm.
And I forget the author, but he said that every 90 minutes we should be taking a 20-minute break. And if you think about it, most college courses are 90 minutes. And then there's a break between classes.
Yeah.
He said after the 90 minutes, it's futile and the brain shuts down. Mm-hmm. Even at work, if I'm working, then I should be also taking that 20-minute break every 90 minutes.
Yeah.
Because it just, it doesn't work that. You can't just keep working and working and working. You're wondering why am I all of a sudden starting to kind of daydream or, lose focus, and it's because you haven't stopped to take that refresher and when we say 20-minute break, we don't mean a smoke break or a coffee break. We mean a mindful break. Mm-hmm. Get out, maybe take a little bit of a walk. I used to do that. I wore holes in a place I used to work, mm-hmm. and I'd walk around the building during my break, and I wore holes in the bottoms of my shoe because I would be outside doing my break and my walk to really let go of that stress.
Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, and we're expending all of this energy. I mean, there's numerous productivity studies that also say the same thing. Like if you're expending all of this energy, you need to take a minute to bring some back in. Reset. Because as we continue on the same task for X amount of time, our concentration wanes, our sense of self-discipline, all of those things, it just kind of
it's a domino effect.
Mushes.
It's a domino effect, and it's going to affect every aspect of living.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, I love this. Someone had heard this from someone, and it said stress is an inappropriate way of seeing the world. You cannot help emotional exhaustion by resting. And I thought, why not? Why can you not help emotional exhaustion by resting? It has nothing to do with it. Sleep and rest are not a solution for exhaustion. It's a lack of wholeheartedness. And we even may have to take a look at what we're doing. Is the passion there?
Yeah.
Is this what my heart just leaps to do every day? Does it give me pleasure and joy? If it doesn't, we may have to reevaluate of where we are, take stock of where we are, and say, maybe I'm not doing what it is I'm supposed to be doing, and maybe that's why I have this stress, because I'm just not happy and the joy is not there.
Yeah. Would you say that applies to different areas of life as well?
I would say yes, it does, of course. It was so funny because my dad used to prepare himself for sleep. He would go in and he'd make sure that the covers were turned down, and he'd make sure that he'd done this, and he had these little habits that he had. And of course, brushing, a little routine.
Yeah.
And it was like he was getting ready to go to bed.
Yeah.
And it was precious to watch him, and it's so cute. But he had that routine down pat, and he knew exactly what to do to get his body ready to go to sleep. And that even meditation at that time of day. Mm-hmm. Or just some light stretching or light yoga at that time of day.
Yeah.
Reading is, and I mean from a book. I don't mean from, because especially if you want to shut down all these devices by the end of the day, it is hard to do with Kindle, and it still has that backlight.
Yeah.
So, you don't want to be turning that melatonin off, which really is the precursor to helping you go to sleep in the first place. Mm-hmm. And turning a bright light on in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom isn't really not the best. Having a little night light on is good, because then you're not shocking and turning off that melatonin that's secreting. So
I'm a nightlight fan.
Absolutely. I love the night lights. They're perfect. Yeah.
That's cool.
But rediscovering your passion.
Yeah.
What it is that really gives you joy.
Yeah. So that's a really good way to help to overcome burnout or deter away from it, that kind of a thing.
Yeah. It is a process.
Yeah.
It definitely is. But there are warning signs that we miss because we're not slowing down and we're not taking the time to really just... And it really is about the journey. That's my new aha of taking these detours. I actually wrote about that on Facebook, and You know, you think you're going down the right road, and it looks like everything's aligned for you, and then all of a sudden you hit the detour.
One of the things that that I'm talking with my clients about is like, okay, you might not be exactly where you want to be today.
Yes.
But just go in the right direction.
Well, you're going to end up really in the right location, whether it's where you thought you were going or not. Again, you're saying, wait a minute, this is not where I want to go.
Right.
I want to go this way.
Detour.
But there's a detour in the road, and
Right.
you can't go forward for some reason. Maybe the road's flooded. I don't know. But the detour's going, no, Lisa, you got to go right. And I'm
Maybe
like,
there's a tree.
but I don't want to go right. But how do you know that's not God's plan?
Yeah.
And it's saving you from maybe something that could be detrimental. And it really is, any road really is going to lead you to the right location.
Yeah.
It's just paying attention to the signs along the way.
I believe that.
Yeah.
I believe that. Absolutely. Absolutely.
And just being adaptable, right?
Entirely. Yeah. Adaptability, resourcefulness.
Yep.
Those are very helpful.
And it's interesting, the lessons we learn on the detours.
Yes. And sometimes the detours are very annoying, but
They are, but I don't every one of them.
Hindsight.
They all
Yes.
have a message behind them.
Indeed.
They really do. And it's like, I know, it's not funny at first, right?
Right, no.
Well, and
You're like,
you know, my,
what is this? Who ordered this?
well, I certainly didn't order this thyroid to go bonkers for sure. But
I don't even like mustard.
no, I don't even like hot dogs. But you know, it was meant to be because it helps me to understand how to help other people.
Yeah.
And going through this burnout that I did, it's going to make, like I said, make me a better practitioner. It makes me a better listener, and to understand what it is we need to do to go forward from here, and how I'm going to be able to help you. I've been there.
Yeah. All things definitely work together.
They do.
I've seen that in my own experiences as well. Yeah.
And who better to help than, you know, someone that's been down that road and can definitely give you some detours that may not be real fun, but they will definitely get you back on the right path.
Yeah. I'm a quote junkie, so I'm going to bring up one last one. Is that you don't want to follow a captain that doesn't know how to traverse some storms.
No, you don't.
You know, I think sometimes people, with the Facebook mentality, the social media mentality of, oh, I want, the perfect life and this and that and the other, when nobody has that. You can't look for somebody. You can't look for a perfect example, but if you look for someone who's, hey, they've been where you've been, or they've been where you are, and they've found a way to navigate through it,
Yes.
that's powerful.
Navigating the storm.
Yeah.
It is powerful.
That's leadership. That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
Well, how can everybody get in touch with you?
Well, you can, first of all, if you want to read some of the blogs, you can go to my website, lisahealthy.com.
Yes. Read them.
Read my blogs. I've got some good stuff in there. And you can email me at lisahealthy.com.
Awesome.
You can call me or text me at 804-539-3251. And if I can't answer right away, I will definitely get back with you as soon as I can.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us.
Well, thank you for having me.
It's always good to have you.
That's always fun.
Yes. And y'all, if I can be of any help as well, reach out and share this with a friend. Share this with someone that you love, someone that you care about. Spread the word. If you or somebody, that you know and love and all of those kinds of things is experiencing or maybe portraying some of these traits of potential burnout, share this with them. And continue the conversation with us. Like, we'd love to talk. We'd love to answer questions. Leave them in the comments. We'd love to talk about it. This is an interactive thing. Like, we're here for you. We're not here just because, we do like talking. Don't get me wrong. we were here talking like this anyway before recording.
Before the camera started to roll.
Right, before the camera showed up. So reach out.
Yes,
we love you.
do.
And we'll talk with you very soon, okay?
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye-bye.